That was my last confirmation. I am convinced that this is next for Bitcoin. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, whenever you're watching this video, welcome to the Bitcoin family channel. For the newcomers, my name is Didi. First of all, whatever I state in this video, I am not a financial advisor. I'm also not an advisor about blockchain, about life changes. It's just all my own opinion on the news, on the prices, on the Bitcoin market, on blockchain, on everything that is stated in this video. Is no financial advice whatsoever. It's just all entertainment, guys. That being said, this is a very important video for you to watch. Please watch this video till the end, because I'm going to give my opinion as a non-financial advisor on what is next for Bitcoin, as we just experienced something very, very important. In today's video, I have two short news items. I have a lot of charts and an inspirational quote, so let's quickly jump into the short news items first. Bam! First news item. The Switzerland Central Bank now owns over 750,000 MicroStrategy shares. So they are owning MicroStrategy shares, and with that also owning Bitcoin. Not the way that you should own Bitcoin or I should own Bitcoin, because we hodl our Bitcoins in self-custody. But for them, a central bank is just more safe and more easy to buy into MicroStrategy shares. So even if the European Union is saying, hey, no central bank will ever add Bitcoin as a reserve strategy, it's still possible for countries like Switzerland, for example, to buy into MicroStrategy shares, or for example the DEBIT spot ETF. It's all possible. So yes, maybe those countries won't own Bitcoin directly, but at least they are exposed to Bitcoin through MicroStrategy or through a spot ETF or through whatever other option there will be in the future for these governments. So even there, I think they will keep adding Bitcoins to all of the reserve strategies. And yes, I think they will do it in different ways, but I made many videos about that already. So Switzerland saying, ja, wir lieben Bitcoin. Second news item, the $10 billion Sheets, it's called Sheets, it's like a convenience store chain, $10 billion worth. They just announced if you pay for their goods with Bitcoin, you get a 50% discount. So that is a really cool offer from Sheets to offer all their goods for Bitcoin, so you can pay with Bitcoin. And even if you pay with Bitcoin, you get a 50% discount. This is really cool. This is of course adoption of Bitcoin as a peer-to-peer cash. So we can see adoption of Bitcoin as the digital gold of the 21st century, because governments and countries and pension funds are adopting to that standard. But on the other hand, we also see stores accepting Bitcoin more and more all over the world. Even a $10 billion big convenience store chain like Sheets now saying, hey, we accept Bitcoin as a payment, so you can also use Bitcoin as a peer-to-peer cash at our store, plus you get a 50% discount if you buy it with Bitcoin. This is really cool, of course. Cool adoption for Bitcoin to become peer-to-peer cash. That's all the news. I don't want to spend too much time on the news, as I have a very important message in the charts for all of you guys. Please watch this video completely till the end. Bam! And before I go into the charts, guys, again, I need to remind you, I am not a financial advisor in any kind of way. Everything that you will see now in the next video part, the charts, etc., is all my opinion on the market, on the moves, on Bitcoin. It is my TA, my opinion. It is no financial advice. Please understand this. There we go, guys. The first chart for today, the 4-hour chart. Let's be very clear. Short-term traders, for all of you, I am not a financial advisor. I'm just somebody sharing his own opinion on the charts. This is my opinion right now, guys. The 4-hour chart, we were trying to break that 91K level, that green line that's on my chart for months already. We couldn't. Too big of resistance, bam, falling back to the next level of support. 86K, if we break this again, guys, 81K is going to be the next area of support. This is just short-term traders. Sell signal was there. We could see the closing down below the yellow stepping line. We can see yellow and blue. We can see that the red line was on top. The blue line crossed the white line. So that was a good call by the Bitcoin family indicator setup, guys. But shows you how difficult it is to trade this market. Now, I'm going to go to my favorite part now. I'm going to zoom out, slowly zoom out. In the Gaussian channel, guys, something happened that has happened before, and it's telling us, hey, please be careful. This could be the start of the bear market. Again, I already called the bear market at 94K. I told you guys when we closed down below the 50 weekly moving average, I said to you guys, I'm turning 70% bearish now. This for me is another confirmation to stay 70% bearish. Why? We are closing down below the Gaussian channel. This is a 5-day chart. Each candle is 5 days. The moment we do that and we stay down below it, this Gaussian channel will turn red and we will see the bear market. It just happens every time again and again. So please be aware, this is not bullish. This is really bearish. This is an indicator of a bearish trend to come. So if we zoom out a little bit more, we go to the weekly, we can see that we hit that ceiling. That was the all-time high until now. And then the next levels of support is this 84,115. I told you last week, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that you can see it better. This is a very important level. We need to stay above this level of support. This is a Fibonacci retracement level. If we break these retracement levels, guys, then we should hold 82, because that's a trend line. If we break that, we will fall to 71K. 71K, to be very clear, is the next level of Fibonacci retracement. Now, that level would be down below the previous low of over here, 78K. If we close these weekly candles lower than this low, we are reversing the trend. So please understand. Where is then my bear market bottom target? My target of the bear market bottom is always around the 0.618 line and between the 0.786 line. So in this blue area is where historically the bear market has bottomed out. So that would be between 40K and 60K. Could we go a little bit lower to 36K? Yeah, of course. There's always some wiggle space that could go low. But this blue zone has traditionally been the bear market zone, between 40 and 60K-ish. So please be aware of this. We need to keep supporting these levels because else another confirmation of a very bearish trend. Then we go to the most important part of the chart, guys. The most important part is the monthly chart. And this is why I opened the video that something happened that is very, very important. And it is really important, guys. Please believe me. The 12 monthly moving average. I've talked about it for weeks. I wanted to see how the month of November would close. This candle closed down below that orange line. Now please look at the past. What happened every time when we closed that monthly candle? It's a monthly candle, a very important one, down below the line. When we closed it down below, look, I can't say anything else than here it was the start of a bear market ending at that purple line. In 2017, when we closed down below it, it was the start of the bear market until that red line. So from red to purple. Every time when we closed it down below over there, it was the start of a bear market all the way to that red line. So this is on a zoomed out version because it's a monthly chart. So please understand, every candle is 30 days to a month. But it's very important what here happened. And you know what is even more important? That we can see that even on the bottom over here, guys, I'm going to zoom in for you guys. There, the MACD, that one crossed bearish. This one crossed bearish on the monthly chart. This was exactly the start of the bear market in 2021. This was exactly the start of the bear market in 2017, guys. This is the start of the bear market or the continuation of this bearish trend for the next couple of months. So if I put back the chart, you can see that I just circled those moments over there. Look, exactly over there. Look, exactly the start. Over there, look, exactly the start. Does that mean we can't come back towards that orange line now? Of course we can. Look, if we look back in 2000 over here, 21, we closed down below it. We came to the blue line, we came above again. We tried to break that orange line once more. We tried it another month. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 months hovering around this level of 45,000. 4 months at that level before that real hard crash came. Okay? Now, if you go back to 2017, over there, we came down below it. Look, we stayed 1, 2, 3 months around that orange line before that real last crash came. So I'm not saying that completely everything is over, and I'm not saying that we can't go to 100K once more, but I'm saying this is the start of a bearish market. This is the bear market start. And that doesn't mean we are dropping directly. It means we can notice that on the charts, I'm not a financial advisor in any kind of way, but the charts are showing us this is the start of a bear market. So yes, we can have a relief pump to 100K. Yes, we could fall deeper. You should really watch this market carefully now. Please, if you are in profit, take profits. Profit is profit. If you are a risk taker, you could stay until we have that bounce. As you saw, we stayed a couple of months around that orange line. So it's all up to you, but profit is profit. There will be another bull market. There will be another bear market bottom. Now, some more interesting charts, guys, over here. This one just to show you another time very clearly that MACD has crossed and that you can see that every time it led into a bearish period. This is a whole bearish period. Whole bearish period. I will notify you again when that bullish period will start. And that will be when that blue line will be crossing that orange line again. Then again we will get bullish, but that will take some time. Mostly the bear market takes around 12 months. People ask me, of course, Didi, where do you think that the bear market bottom is? I just gave you my opinion on the charts. That is my bear market bottom. This one is from Ali Charts. He has also an opinion about the bear market bottom. He is using the cumulative value days destroyed to time the tops and the bottoms. Now you can see the CVDD is that blue line, and we have exacting tops, we have accumulation phases, second phase, the minimal BTC price, the maximum BTC price, you know, and when the market is heating up. Now the market heated up over there, we didn't touch the top line anymore. Now the bottom line, that blue line, at the moment is at 45,000 US dollars. So that's in between the levels I told you, between 40 and 50K. So yes, we could even fall to the blue line. As the previous bear market, the bottom was exactly at the blue line. Here, the bottom was exactly at the blue line. The bottom was exactly at that blue line. The bottom was exactly at that blue line. So this model has been proving that the bear market bottom is always around that blue line. Is the complete market changing? Yes, I agree. Does that mean that we now say, oh, these models don't work anymore? No, I want to see it before I believe it. But for me, this area of 40 to 60K is also bear market bottom territory. Now, then there is another one. This is the risk indicator, realized price through market mean divided by active, investor mean divided by short-term holder realized price. So I'm not going to explain everything, guys, to you, but you can do your own research on that if you want. Again, I am not a financial advisor, but what I want to share with you is also another model that has been predicting the bear market bottoms. Now, the bear market bottom after 2021 was below that blue and red line. So the cross was there, and that is when we had that bear market bottom. Now, so that is lower than that blue line. That blue line is now here at this level of around 55K-ish. Yes, I think it's 55K. Let me see, to be close. Yeah, 55, 58, something like that. Between 55 and 60K, that is the blue line. So we could drop a little bit below it, which means again between 40 and 50K. Simple as that. Then we again have that same bear market bottom. So please understand that we are now at a true market mean. That is very important. We are at that green line. You know, that was the moment in 2021 when we hit that area, the green and yellow area over there. That is the moment we were still able to have a relief bounce. That was the moment. We are in that moment now. So yes, is it possible we have a relief bounce to that red line? That's at 90K to 100K. It's all possible. Can we break it? We did break it here. And that was in a period of, let me see, August was at that moment, and that took all the way till December. So August, September, October, November, December. So that's 5 months that it took for us to do the relief bounce. Could that happen? yeah, maybe then all the people are right that the bull market continued until Q1 2026. But for me, bear market signals at the moment, a lot of them. And that was also the last chart for today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed those charts. If you did enjoy them, give it already a thumbs up. And I know a lot of you did not really enjoy that because nobody wants to hear it is a bear market. But for me, there's two indicators at the moment that are telling me, guys, hey, closing weekly candles down below the 50 MA, bear market sign. Closing a monthly candle down below the 12 monthly moving average, bear market sign. You saw what I shared with you on the charts. Every time when it happens, doesn't mean we crash directly. We can still hover around the 12 moving average. But if we stay down below that, that's the definite start of a bear market. And a bear market, in my honest opinion, will take around 12 months. So all the way to the end of 2026. Does this mean that there will be a bear market like all the times before? A huge crash? Maybe not. Maybe this bear market is a little bit different because we already went 30% down from the top. If you fall another 20% down from these levels, you hover around that 60K level. And 60K to 65K is not anymore a real bear market crash level. Normally when those candles close down below, we drop another 50%. That would mean 40K. So maybe this market is getting more mature. Maybe this market is having less high pumps and less deep dumps. So let's see. But for me, the trend is your friend. And the trend is telling me at the moment, this is a bearish trend. This is turning into a bearish trend. Could this turn around in a bullish trend again? Yes. But for all the traders, it really doesn't matter because you will be able to trade in the bear market and in the bull market. Only for the investors, now is an exciting time. Should you sell a little bit of your Bitcoins to buy back cheaper if you didn't yet? Because I told many times in my videos, sell around 110, sell around 120, sell around 125, whatever you can, sell. Also 130, 40, 50 if possible, but keep selling as you bought back very cheap. That's for your investment portfolio. Please understand the difference. HODL portfolio is your pension fund, is your capital that is increasing your purchasing power. You want to hodl that forever. And you do that by keep adding Bitcoins during these dips because you will have that for a very long time. And in my honest opinion, as not a financial advisor, in 4 years we will be higher again. And in 8 years we will be higher again. So that's that stack. Your trading stack, yeah, you should be selling around these levels if you expect there is a bear market. If you agree with what I showed you on the charts, then you agree that the bear market could be starting, that you agree that we could go lower. But on the other hand, we have also seen the MACD also bottoming out. We also have seen other indicators bottoming out that normally bottom out during the end of the bear market. So it's a very mixed signal market, which makes it very difficult for everybody to say exactly what's going to happen. But that's why it's so important to structure your portfolio that you're not freaking out all the time. If you truly believe in Bitcoin in the long term, you shouldn't be freaking out. You should stop crying and you should start buying. Because you believe in Bitcoin in the long term. If you freak out because you only have a little bit and you want to maximize the amount of Bitcoins by selling now and buying back in the bottom, then do that because you already made profit. You bought, if you would have followed my non-financial advice, buying between 16 and 20K, you're still shitloads in profit. Take those profits. If we dip down further, you buy back Bitcoin again near that bottom. And then we play that cycle again. This is not the end. This is just the beginning of your complete financial future. You started with the first cycle, you made some profits, now you store those profits, you wait for another crash, you will buy the dip, and we run and again into a new bull market. That's how it works. And the exact timing can be shifting. Maybe it's not a 4-year cycle anymore, maybe it's not 17 months after halving anymore, etc., etc., etc. But that doesn't mean there is no bearish trend and a bullish trend. And we will keep playing that same game. At least I am going to keep playing that game, and it's not financial advice, but I will sell every time near the top, and I will buy back every time near the bottom. Will I be able to sell the perfect top? No. Will I be able to buy the perfect bottom? No. Will I be able to sell all the Bitcoins at the right moment? No. Will I be able to buy all the Bitcoins at the right moment? No. I don't care. As long as I keep most of the Bitcoins in the long term and I keep adding some Bitcoins by trading every time, not by maximize profits, You know, we are not professionals. We are not the best traders in the world. We can just try to make some profit. And all profit is profit. Nobody ever got poor of taking profit. It is simple as that, guys. Now, that were the charts. Please give the charts a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't agree with me on all of the charts, then please let me know down below why you don't agree. What is your non-financial advice on the charts? Let me know down below this video. Thank you. Let's jump into the last part. Bam. The last part, guys, is an inspirational quote. The inspirational quote for today is, don't count the days, but make the days count. That is a very important one, because whenever you're freaking out on the charts or whatever it is, please zoom out and look at that bigger picture. You believe in something, it will all be fine. You need to zoom in into today. Zoom in these days. Make this day count. Make this an epic day. Make this a day that you will never forget again. That is what you should be doing. Not counting the days, oh, it will take another 5 days or 10 days, or it will take 12 months until the bear market, whatever it is, whatever days you're counting, stop it. Make this day count. Today is a day that should count. Today should be a day that goes into your history as a beautiful day, an amazing day. And it doesn't need to be like epic with big celebrations, whatever. Just a beautiful day that counts. Even if you help someone, support someone, even if you start a new hobby, even if you start a new journey, whatever it is, make today count. The decisions you make today will have an impact on your full future. So today needs to count. Don't count the days. That's all for today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. I wish you an amazing Monday. I wish you an amazing week. If you did enjoy the video, then please give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. What do you think about the news? What do you think about the charts? What do you think about the helicopter flying over? What do you think about the inspirational quote? I'm gonna reduce the amount of videos to Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Like I said, in the bear market, I will start to make less videos. If there is something very important happening, I will make an extra video. But Monday, Wednesday, Friday will be the new video moments during this bear market, guys. Now, that was it, guys. Thank you for watching. I wish you an amazing day and see you Wednesday again.